New Phasmophobia update. The increased chance for finding the new ghost types is gone, and Willow Street is now in the regular random rotation. Also, let's talk about some major changes coming to the game in the very near future. Welcome guys, my name is Echelon, and you can normally find me streaming Phasmophobia on twitch.tv/echelonxn. So follow me over there if you want to catch me playing this live. Don't worry, if you didn't catch that, I'll put a link in the description below. Also, if you're interested in update reviews and gameplay highlight footage, then follow me here on YouTube as well. I'll be posting those videos here going forward. So now let's get into the big news. So we've already mentioned that the Willow Street house is going to the random rotation on the map. And the new ghost types will be going to a more normalized randomization. But besides that, there are other updates that are coming in the very near future. A lot of these are very exciting, huge changes both to gameplay and to the graphics. So super exciting time for this game, and I cannot wait to see what happens with this. So let's get into some of those things real fast and just kind of talk about them real briefly. So first of all, let's get into the progression overhaul, which includes several things: the objectives, the equipment, the leveling, the money and rewards, and the difficulty. So first of all, the objectives rework. The optional objectives will be reworked to be more interesting with varying rewards, and that's actually referenced here later on too with the money rewards. No one should risk their life for $10. So what those two pieces of information tell me is that things such as getting a ghost to blow out a candle and getting motion with a motion sensor, finding an EMF reading, those are your more easier objectives, and then it will scale to the more difficult objectives such as escaping a hunt or repelling with the smudge sticks. So also they'll be updated to accommodate for new equipment reworks, which we'll talk about that one next. And finding the ghost type will reward the most money, as it takes the longest. That's, getting your evidence together, finding what the ghost type is. And like we said before, the more dangerous objectives will reward more money and XP. So that's a big positive, a big change to the leveling system as well, and the monetary system. Pretty exciting. So let's go to the equipment rework now. So all of the equipment will have new visuals. There's a new artist on the team now that is doing a lot of the new models for the assets. Previously they were using models from the Unity store, free models that you've probably seen in many other games, but now there's actually an artist coming up with original artwork, original models for the items in the game. So actually there's a few little sneak peeks of those too. Let's get into some of those real quick. So first of all, we have the UV light. This is the UV light with a belt clip attached, and you only have 3 item slots. So to have a flashlight take up one of them most of the time anyways, it makes things a lot more difficult, especially if you're trying to do smudge sticks and try to get a photo of the ghost. You have to juggle the items around, throw them on the ground, and pick up the right ones at the right times. If you're being hunted, good luck with that. So the addition of the belt clip might make that a little bit easier, and should be a good change going forward. Also, we have the book. This is your ghostwriting book, and just looking at the model they have here, there's a book with the pen separated out from it. I'm curious if the pen will be something that will be separate from the book, if the ghost can throw the pen possibly. Also, we have matches. Check that out, matches. So this is part of the equipment overhaul too. We'll get into that in just a moment, but so we'll be using matches going forward as well in some capacity. And then here's a couple new things from today actually, and I always fail at pronouncing this word, so I'm going to butcher it probably, but a grimoire. Not sure how they're going to put that texture in there yet. And finally, here's your lighter. This is the, I guess the standard right now we have for the lighter, for the candles, the smudge sticks. Some of the equipment will be consumable, which from what I understand, will actually be permanently consumable or consumed. Currently, sanity pills will be consumed, but whenever you go back to the lobby or after you leave the hunt, then you kind of have them returned back to your inventory, so you can reuse them. Now, from the way it's been explained so far, even in the Discord, they will be permanently consumed. As in, you use it, it's gone. You have to rebuy it later on. And then also you have upgrades that increases the uses you'll have from each items. So like the matches to a cheap lighter to a Zippo lighter. So that's where the matches come into play. So there's going to be upgrades to the equipment, which most of it will be upgradable, different features, different ways to use them. It looks like the way we'll use the lighter going forward will start with matches. Then once you use the matches, you can buy more, or you can upgrade and get the lighter. Upgrade and get a Zippo lighter, which I'm going to assume just has a bigger tank in it, lasts longer. Also, one equipment item has been reworked. Like, it's already been done. It's not even in progress, it's already been done according to this. But will be used as a new evidence type. My thoughts is that's probably the parabolic mic. Because there's always been a big push to make that of importance in some way. It may not even be used in the same way as now. It may be used as like a sound sensor of some sort, to gather certain types of sounds, or pick up different types of audio that a ghost might put off, not necessarily sound or speech. So we'll see how that comes out. It may not even be that. Who knows? That's just my guess. And also, one equipment item has been reworked and will now be used to find extra physical evidence. I'm guessing find things like the bone, Ouija board. One cool thing that I thought, and I've heard this tossed around a few times actually, is finding like cursed items or haunted items. So certain things you can find and pick up and take back to cleanse for extra money. So if that's the case there, that'll be a pretty neat little change as well. So let's move to... So we've already done the objectives, the equipment. Let's check out the leveling rework. So the leveling system has been pretty simple from the start. I think once you hit level 15, you've got everything unlocked. All difficulty levels, all your equipment. So once you pass that level, you're pretty much just playing just to show how much you've played, essentially. Now with this change, it's going to change the system completely. You'll need more XP, so it scales with each level. And once you hit a level cap, you'll have the option to reset, which is kind of like prestige in games like Call of Duty, which will reward you with some sort of visual addition to your account, which they're still working on that. So again, another cool little change there. A good way to take a system, the leveling system, and give more purpose to it, and give a reason to reset and start over, at least. More of a challenge. And speaking of challenges, let's look at the difficulty. So, the difficulties will be reworked and rebalanced to make them more engaging and give experienced players something new and challenging to play. Not sure what that means exactly, but there's a little bit of a hint down below, like a zero sanity mode, possibly. Other modifiers being added to the game too, so there's more tweaks you can make to the game. Suggestion is that modifiers added gives the player the option to adjust the settings in the game, kind of create custom lobbies, do different things with the game. Alright, and that's what's currently in progress. There are some more things in the backlog, things that will be planned, hopefully coming soon. The one I'm most excited about is the Horror 2.0, which, and this is a basic overview of it so far. There's not much details on it yet, but new ghost events, and an overhaul of the ghost events, hallucinations, new death rooms, new death animations, so no more jazz hands. Well, I mean, you'll still have jazz hands, but not all the time. And overhauling the sound, the audio files in the game, the audio experience with the game. So that's pretty exciting. I can't wait to see what that holds for us. Also, new content coming, new ghost types, new evidence types, new equipment types, and new maps. So they're not done with making new maps yet. And we've already touched on the new evidence types before, with whatever that new item or the reworked item might be. Also new equipment types, so there's new equipment being added to the game. And then also they're going to change the main menu room, your lobby, the equipment layout for the van. There's your new journal design and UI overhaul. And there's also these other small changes, just accessibility options, random weather chances for each map, uses for temperature. This is going to be a fun one, actually. You can have open windows to create colder temperatures in a room, turn on heaters to, of course, increase the temperature in the room. Using these things can make the ghost move from room to room. So if you get a ghost that has freezing temperatures as a piece of evidence, and you turn on a heater in the room, then it might make the ghost move to a colder room. Then of course there's long-term statistic tracking and cursor customization options. So there's your updates for Phasmophobia. That's what's coming soon and coming in the near future, hopefully. I'm pretty excited about all the updates, pretty excited to see how it's going to play after these updates come out. Of course, when all these updates do come out, I'll be playing those on Twitch. So feel free to come in, hang out, and chat with me while we're going through the new changes, the new updates. And we'll go through it and learn it together. Alright, so that's going to do it for this update video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found some of this information useful. If you did, hit the like button for me. Let me know that you did find something helpful in here. Also, feel free to leave me some comments. Let me know if there's anything you want to see in future videos or any suggestions you may have for me in general. And hey, thanks again for watching. I hope to see you guys in the stream over on Twitch. Again, links in the description below. And I'll catch you guys next time.